The first time I saw her, the universe had just stopped trying to kill me. My escape pod cracked open like a metal egg on the unforgiving soil of Aravax. 4. The planet every Terran cadet whispered about in dorms. Lush, dangerous, and according to all charts, strictly uninhabited. The smoke cleared from the pod's ruptured engines, and I staggered out, boots sinking into violet moss that pulsed faintly beneath my feet. The sky shimmered in layered colors, as if someone had spilled liquid rainbows across a dome. I had crashed during a routine patrol. A debris field appeared out of nowhere, shredded the hull, and sent us spinning. I remember alarms, fire, the captain shouting to abandon ship. Then blackness. I blinked hard, trying to steady my breath. Then she appeared. At first I thought the impact had scrambled my brain. She stepped through a haze of drifting pollen, tall and impossibly graceful, her silhouette glowing with soft teal light. Her skin was a constellation of markings that shifted like nebulae. Her eyes, wide molten gold, fixed on me with an intensity that rooted me to the spot. And that's when my mouth betrayed me. My words slipped out, "You're beautiful, alien princess." Her expression sharpened, surprise flickering across her features. Then, slowly, her lips curved into a smile both regal and mischievous. "Finally," she said, voice musical but edged with authority. "A brave human." I wanted to sink into the moss. "I didn't mean to. I didn't know. You're actually a princess?" "Yes," she replied matter-of-factly. "And you are trespassing." "The beginning, the princess of Aravax." She introduced herself as Princess Lyra of the Aravari sovereignty, ruler of the hidden kingdom beneath Aravax 4's surface. The charts weren't wrong. The planet was uninhabited, at least above ground. The Aravari had carved entire cities within the crystalline caverns below. Before I could apologize or ask for help, the moss around us stirred. Thin tendrils reached upward, sensing motion. In seconds they'd grow sharp. I had read enough field manuals to know carnivorous flora when I saw it. Lyra noticed the fear in my eyes and extended her hand. "Stay close to me." Her presence radiated warmth, and the vines recoiled from her glow. She guided me through twisted trees whose trunks hummed like tuning forks and past waterfalls that flowed upward instead of down. "Your crash attracted attention," she said as we walked. "Not all of it friendly. Is that why you came to find me?" "Yes." Lyra glanced sideways. "Partly. I sensed an unfamiliar vessel descending. But also," she paused, considering her words, "humans have not visited in centuries." I was curious. The terrain shifted until we reached the mouth of a cavern framed in luminous blue stone. A hidden staircase led downward into a world unlike anything imagined in Terran archives. Bioluminescent towers spiraled from the ground, winding like frozen lightning. Bridges formed from woven energy strands connected platforms suspended in midair. Dozens of Aravari drifted across walkways, their bodies glowing with similar starlit patterns as Lyra's, though none as vibrant. "Welcome to Shirian Hollow," she said. "My home." I tried not to stare, but all was hard to hide. This wasn't just civilization, it was art sculpted through millennia. Lyra turned to me again, her expression curious. "Tell me your name, brave human." "Oren," I said. "Oren Vale." She nodded thoughtfully. "Well, Oren Vale, since you have fallen from the sky, you have two choices. Remain here until we determine what brought you to our world, or assist me." "Assist you?" echoed. "In what?" Her eyes gleamed like twin suns. "In protecting my people." The middle, a threat in the nebula. The debris field that had destroyed my ship wasn't random. Lyra had sensed its sudden formation days earlier. Fragments of metallic armor, insignias carved with an unfamiliar crest. Rogue mercenaries. Displaced fleets. She didn't know. But the fragments were drifting closer to Aravax, 4. And she feared whatever had destroyed them was still near. My crash pod had fallen through a gravitational fluctuation, a sign of incoming disturbance. Lyra believed something or someone was approaching the planet. "We are shielded," she explained as we navigated deeper into the crystalline caverns. "But recently, something has been testing the barrier." She led me to the central crystal, a towering monolith pulsing like a heartbeat. She placed her hand on it, and the entire cavern brightened. A projection formed in the air, a swirling mass of ships, fractured and sparking, drifting toward the planet like dead insects in a tide. "That's a battle wreckage," I murmured. "From the Outer Rim conflict." Lyra tilted her head. "You recognize the design?" "Yes. Pirates in that region use scavenged and volatile tech. If they're close, they're either fleeing something or hunting something." Her gaze sharpened. "And which do you think it is?" I hesitated. "Probably both." She let out a slow breath. "Then we must act quickly. Over the next hours, maybe longer." Time was hard to measure underground. We worked together. I shared human tactical insights. Lyra explained the Aravari's energy-based defenses and their limitations. We synchronized our knowledge, blending technology and symbiotic crystal power. The more time we spent together, the more I noticed her subtle expressions, the way she thought deeply before answering, the warm amusement when I stumbled over alien terminology, the quiet determination when discussing her people. At one point, she examined a fracture in the barrier map, her features tense. I placed a hand gently on her shoulder. "We'll figure it out," I said. She met my gaze. "You speak with conviction for someone who has lost his ship." I shrugged softly. "Maybe because I've found something worth protecting." Her expression softened. Not a smile exactly, but something more profound. The ending, the choice above the clouds. The threat arrived sooner than expected. A massive vessel, patched, weaponized, unstable, descended through the atmosphere, forcing the barrier to spark wildly. It wasn't here to conquer. It was here to consume. "A Void Reaver ship," Lyra whispered. "They infect worlds. Strip them. Leave nothing but husks." The barrier began collapsing in segments. Lyra directed the crystal monolith to focus its energy into a spear-like projection, but it wasn't enough. The ship's hull opened like a metal flower, revealing a core pulsing with corrupted energy. "We need to hit that core," I said. "From above." Lyra frowned. "The sky is toxic for my people at that altitude." "I can go," I said immediately. She turned sharply. "You would risk your life for a world not your own." Exhaled. "For you, yes." For the second time since we'd met, she looked taken aback, but not displeased. Within minutes, I was outfitted with a crystal-powered glider suit. Lyra pressed her hand to the crystal control panel, opening a narrow path upward. Before I stepped onto the rising platform, she touched my wrist lightly. "Return to me, Oran Vale." "I will," I said. "Princess's orders." The ascent launched me into the sky, straight toward the monstrosity. Guided by Lyra's voice echoing through the comlink, I maneuvered through debris, reached the exposed core, and plunged the Aravari energy spear into it. The explosion was blinding. The shockwave hurled me downward, glider burning, consciousness fading, then arms, warm, luminous, wrapped around me. As the smoke cleared, Lyra hovered using her own energy field, holding me securely as we descended. "You're reckless," she murmured. "And brave." I managed a weak smile. "Did I save the kingdom?" "You saved much more." Epilogue. Beneath the starlit caverns my pod was irreparable. My ship destroyed. My old life gone. But Lyra offered me a place among the Aravari, as liaison defender, and something more personal, though she spoke it softly. A companion, she said one quiet night by the glowing waterfalls. If you choose to stay. I looked at her, the alien princess who had saved me, challenged me, and smiled at my clumsy admiration. I think, I said, I already chose. She smiled again, the same smile that had stopped my breath the first moment we met. Finally, she whispered, a brave human. And deep within the radiant heart of Aravax, my new life began.